Hacking this shit, stealing that info, 1% tint on my window, inside the coupe, blowing on endo, got cheap prices on real good outdoor. I was in the studio, I should get out more. I was in the truck, I should get out more. These niggas took me, chill like Elmo, feel like the Rock. Serve people elbows, dark well money, free like a free throw. She done pop perk, now she in geek mode. Grand cool beam, put this shit in sports mode. Understand bad, 30 different zip codes. Little ass nigga can't handle these big lows. I ain't talking deal when I'm speaking on Frisco. Futuristic, I caught this shit Gilmore, bought it from a German. I get it in crypto, hacking this shit, looking out the window, burn on shirt. West Coast bimbo, I was broke a hill, I was in limbo. I just want to slice no bread like Kimbo. I'm part big rig at my house, then call the gang, hell empty it out. Now down bad, nobody held down. Labels off crumbs, so a nigga held out. If I go behind the walls, I'ma get bailed out. If you ain't tryna call, we come same bout. Every time the gang come, shit sell out. Turn your music down when you pull in my yard. I'll put your nigga ass out on guard. Most of these niggas out here be fraud. Drop out the flash, so jumping like grass. I'll pull up in the range of a large, this car. My 30 laptops in the basement hacking. VPN on it so the boys can't track it. Turning my son by the laptop to practice. Breaking them codes, my young nerds crackle. Shooting at Sap, can't wait these bill. Goddamn shoes just broken up scale. My baby mama just pulled up to the jail. She gon' make sure a nigga making it bail. I just made 50K from a gateway on cyberspace from an encrypted site. Damn, I'm loving the internet life. Clean finny wallet, couldn't take my swipe. Swipe that root quick the other night. Then 2 hours later, swipe for a flight. Hacking this shit, stealing that info, 1% tint on my window, inside the coupe, blowing on endo, got cheap prices on real good outdoor. I was in the studio, I should get out more. I was in the truck, I should get out more. These niggas took me, chill like Elmo, feel like the Rock. Serving people elbows, dark well money, free like a free throw. She done pop perk, now she in geek mode. Grand cool beam, put this shit in sports mode. Understand bad, 30 different zip codes. Little ass nigga can't handle these big lows. I ain't talking deal when I'm speaking on Frisco. Futuristic, I caught this shit Gilmore, bought it from a German. I get it in crypto, hacking this shit, looking out the window, burn on shirt. West Coast bimbo, I was broke a hill, I was in limbo. I just want to slice no bread like Kimbo. I'm part big rig at my house, then call the gang, hell empty it out. Now down bad, nobody held down. Labels off crumbs, so a nigga held out. Yeah, PUA, he made 45K, nigga, just one day. Got some adders in the A, bought some OVO joints, same day, bought the Dre, same day, drop take. Got crib with a dog, I can snatch a bitch waist. On the psychedelic drug, I be going up to space, burning peanut butter cup, I'm just smoking for the taste. In the trap, hard G, I just bought it just a race. Got skills online, I be hacking in bank. I'm a real ass nigga, but my S is fake. I'm a real ass nigga, but my ID fake. Nigga grew up in the hood, we was shooting in crates. I ain't doing no shows, I ain't taking no dates. On top of 100 back, I'ma say it in your face. Burned out the jug, gotta hit another state. I done hit a 2 hour, now I gotta take a break. Nigga just smacked, now I'm smoking on the vape. Let's do it. Had to work out, had to lose a little weight. Now I'm down bad, yeah, nigga had to take. They gon' fuck around and make a nigga get irate. I just want what's in between your legs. That shit tuned in. Everybody pulled up in their car, don't you attempt it. Big boss nigga, I can clout a bitch up. Got a group on me now, I'm fire nigga up. Fuck around and make me had to tie a nigga up. Plug ran out, we done bought them bitches up. My wife telling me I'm a better influence to my son, cause he walked in the closet, found 100 round drum. On the Louis V on me, I can never be a bum. I'm a millionaire nigga, but I came from the slum. Made 250 from a motherfucking iPhone. Stole some iPads, kept the red, paid the lights on. Damn, she looking good with the polka dot tights on. For the bad chick, I ain't had to put my ice on. So the hard route, I ain't had no one to lean on. She just wanna visit, she just wanna get a freak on. Took her to the beauty shop and get a little feet done. After that, we put her to the bank, just swipe on. Let's do it. Had to work out, had to lose a little weight. Now I'm down bad, yeah, nigga had to take. They gon' fuck around and make a nigga get irate. I just want what's in between your legs. That shit tuned in. Everybody pulled up in their car, don't you attempt it. Bought a little polka dot, bought a little V-chain, bought a little Say Moon. House got a safe room, party out of Cancun. Fucking with the Coinbase Pro, got Zcash. Fucking with the Robinhood out, got a free bag. And I'm on the blockchain, burning on blockchain. Damn, this shit some octane. Chillin' at the house game, then I hit the trap spot just to get some bags off. 20K in a little down nigga mad loss. All coins in the red, I'ma get them half off. A young nigga, hit a lick, selling piece half off. I'ma go to Mars on niggas, I'ma blast off. I'ma hit 50 in the mall, I'ma cash out. Bad bitch walking around the crib with her ass out. Feds tryna plot on the nigga nigga with a two slick. Every time you see me on the ground, I'm in a new fit. Rich guy made this shirt and a slim fit. Bad little vibe in the room, it's a slim thick. She just wanna bend that ass over, she gon' take this. New body Escalade, down the shit a spaceship. You ain't got at least 20K, don't say shit. Riding in the C8, damn a nigga feel great. I be at the spot selling bags on tailgate. I was on the yacht with Tony Hawk talking big cake. If you get into the money, then I know you relate. Got a lot of strain, nigga. I can serve 3 states, I'ma got 2 fake, burning on cheesecake. Let's go. She say she want a boss cause her boyfriend a cheapskate. She say she want a boss cause her boyfriend a real lame. Talking on IG like I be spending real game. Rose gold, Audemars, rose and white Cupid chain. 50K solitaire, earring, screw bags. I can get a nigga like Took for a few racks. This a new flavor of the month, this a new pack. Ben spent that old damn money, these some new racks. Blueberry melon in my paper got me relapsed. Smoke a love a nigga, they be calling me to come back. Fell off for a minute, but I had to make a comeback. All I see is hate, nigga, where the fucking love at? I ain't with the bro shit, baby, I'm a rich man. I ain't feel like slime, so I might pay a hit, man. Felt like Murray when I was broke in the quicksand. Quay round with me with the chopper, call him stick, man. I ain't with the small time shit, call me big, man. He ain't never put on work and he got soft hands. Pack just came and it's gone already, nigga. Got to cash out and I ain't doing no credit. Bought a little punk it out, bought a little V-tape. Party out of Cancun, fucking with the Coinbase. Burning on blockchain, that's just an octane.
Sweet.
How's everybody doing? Come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. How's everybody doing? This Friday night, shout out to Interstate Screw. Shout out to Devontae Smalls. Shout out to Ken Hooten, STL in the building. Shout out to Byron, Sacramento, Jacksonville, Florida, William Sweet. Great Polo. Shout out to all the MGM. Shout out to, let me see who else we got. Big Herm, what up? This the call-in show. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Shout out to South Louisiana. Shout out to Najee, checking in from B-More. Kelvin Birch, what up? Roger Lacey, Cincinnati in the building. Zup Chuck, New Jersey. Shannon Sotomayor, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Andrew Green, what up? Shout out to all the MGM members.
Sweet.
Shout out to Marie Reeder. Shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to Axel. Shout out to Moving Company Hustle. And we're going to get straight to it. We're not going to waste no time. How's everybody doing? Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Let's go. How you doing tonight?
Hey, what's up, man?
Bless. How you doing?
So I see you kind of having like the same issues that you run into with everybody that comes on the show, not knowing their cost per mile, not knowing like their expenses, their overhead. So I definitely wanted to make sure that was something that I took care of before coming on here, not trying to look stupid, you know?
Smart man.
Yeah, man. But there's still like, so my MC just got activated this past Tuesday. Picked up my truck from Budget Wednesday.
You rented a truck?
Yeah, renting.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm probably calling 20 to 30 shippers and brokers a day. Just hey, we can't work with you. I'm just trying to figure out how to get over that hurdle. Like my game plan right now is I'm trying to be regional. You know, trying to get home if I can at night. That's not, mandatory. But just for my situation right now, it is.
What's your situation?
I'm trying to be home with family.
You knew what trucking involved before you got into it though, right?
For sure. I know that there's also possibilities between OTR, regional, or local. They can all work. And obviously, the more you drive, the more you make. I get that. Mm-hmm. But even if I do go OTR, most of these shippers and brokers just aren't working with me.
It's gonna be hard. Your authority isn't aged.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How old are you?
28.
Figured.
Why?
You just fit everything you told me just fits the mold. Fits the mold. Everybody that's in your age range, they have the same story. It's like a carbon cut copy. You know what a Xerox machine is?
No.
I figured that. What about carbon copy? You know what a carbon copy is?
I got you. Yeah.
So
I
you
get
know
the
what a
gist.
you probably you don't okay, but Xerox machine is like similar to a carbon copy, but it was like the new wave. So it was the carbon copy, then it was the Xerox machine. So carbon copy, Xerox machine, same thing. So you like a carbon cut copy of everyone else in your age range.
Yeah.
You want the world, but you don't want to work for it.
I mean, I'm not going to get into my specific family situation, but there's reasons why I can't go over the road right now to make more money.
You know, finding a local run. Well, let me ask you this: where are you?
I'm in Waterbury, Connecticut, so New England.
How close is New York?
Hour and a half. So that's where like a lot of the loads are coming out of, dropping off to.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And I don't mind
You.
doing those loads, but a lot of them are just brokers that aren't taking me.
So let me ask you this: you said Waterford, Connecticut.
Waterbury
What's the population out there?
of this city, probably 100,000.
And what's the closest major city? Would it be
Hartford.
New York, Hartford? And what's
Hartford, yeah,
Hartford's?
New York,
What's Hartford's population?
probably like 250, 300,000. That's the capital, but the closest big city definitely New York. Not too far from Boston. Um, that's really it.
Let's go over your business
Philadelphia,
plan. Let's go over your business plan. You mind emailing it to me real quick? I can look
sure.
over it.
It's just on paper. I'll just take a picture of it.
It's
It's
on
not
one sheet
real.
of paper.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Oh wow.
You think it
Yeah.
should be longer?
Yeah. Let me see what it looked like. Email it to me. We're gonna pull it up. We're gonna go over it so I can see
I
where.
mean, it's changed just over. I mean, that's definitely more than one piece of paper. I'm wrong. This just changed. Just
Uh,
let me
which
show
one
you.
is it? Which one is it? Was it one piece or is more than one piece?
Let me see
I'm
if I can
gonna put
flip the
my
camera.
I'm gonna put my email in the chat for you. You just take a picture and email it to me.
All right.
I'm gonna put my email in the chat.
I'm trying to figure out how to flip the camera.
No, don't flip the camera because you on the thing with me. So there go my email right there. I just put it in the chat. Just email it to me. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. We're gonna go over it real quick.
I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna email it to you. It's all paper. Like I'm trying to show you like this.
I
Like
thought you was gonna take
this
a
is
picture of
how
it.
many times it's been revised. Huh?
I thought you was gonna take a picture of it. Well, we're just what? All right. So what? How's it outlined? How's it outlined?
So the plan is to start with the rental truck, doing regional as much as I can.
That's not a business plan. That's where you messed up at. You don't have a business plan. That's not
So
a business
what do you mean?
plan. You just reading me some ideas you got. That's them just like your thoughts and stuff. That's more like a journal.
I mean, it's not thoughts. It's what I'm currently doing.
Right, but a business plan is outlined.
I mean, I have the plan written down that
All right,
changes as
tell me
I'm
what you got.
growing and
Tell me
learning more
what you got.
stuff.
Tell me what you got. I'm gonna take my hat off for this.
Yeah, the plan
Tell,
is
tell,
to keep running this regional right now, right? Until
mm-hmm.
until I have enough saved that I can put either a down payment or just buy my own box truck outright. Keep running that as my MC. Obviously, throughout this time, my MC will be aged more, have more opportunities with more brokers. If I'm doing that with my own truck, eventually get a driver in it. While I have a driver in it, I can start learning the ropes of dispatching. I mean, I'm already dispatching myself, but having a driver, I could learn to dispatch for a driver and then scale that. Start dispatching more drivers, however many I can handle, whether that's 3, 4, and then to hire more people with me to start dispatching with me and do a dispatch company. But the reason I'm starting driving myself is because I've already been driving for years myself, whether that be FedEx, Amazon, things like that. But I just want to learn the ropes of like OTR regional myself, like hands on, so I'm not just trying to dispatch drivers not knowing what they're actually doing on the ground.
That's your business plan?
Yes, sir.
It's not a business plan.
Okay, I mean, I came on the show for help, so if you have
So first thing you
way
need to
for me
do is
to
you need to do a business plan. The reason why is because if you would have did a business plan, a lot of the things that I know that you're struggling with and that you are going to struggle with, some of the struggles that you don't even know are lie in front of you, you would have known a lot of this stuff if you'd have done a business plan. One thing is your market. That's why I asked you where are you at. You're in a small market. If you would have did a business plan, one of the bullet points that you put into a business plan, one of the bullet points that would go into a business plan is your market analysis. This is where you would go and study your market to be able to
yeah
create a market analysis.
yeah
So
I can honestly say that starting this, I started with the DAT free trial, right? So for 30 days straight, I'm looking at the load board. Obviously, I can't book anything, but I'm looking at what's coming in and out of my area. So from the looks of that, it shows that there's a lot coming in and out. That doesn't show what you can obviously get.
a
But I
lot
was
coming in
under
and
these
out of
prices.
where?
Connecticut, like within 100 miles of me. I set my
What's
goal
out?
at 200,
What do you see on average outbound daily coming out of Connecticut?
250. But
Two,
today it
two,
says
two,
60.
two,
So that's something.
200, 60 loads.
Today is 60 loads. Usually it's been 250 though. And this is
That's
the
not a
first time
lot.
I've seen 60.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
No.
Okay.
You think it's less than 250 truckers in that area?
Oh no, obviously not. No.
All right, so 250 ain't nothing. It's states with thousands of loads.
Yeah.
I live in one of them. 250 ain't nothing. I did a live stream the other day. It was almost 200 people in the live stream.
Yeah.
So what you so now you competing for a minimal amount. So when it goes back to your business plan, the market analysis, you would have known all of this stuff. You've educated yourself on this. So what I'm telling you is the lane that you want to run, you're not going to be able to run it in your market. It's just not a lot. It's just the opportunity isn't there. So either way, you're going to have to move around. Connecticut isn't a big market for freight.
Okay. So when you say move around, you mean OTR?
I mean, you don't necessarily have to go OTR, but you may have to go to New York. So now you're crossing state lines. I don't know. And then once you go to New York, I don't know where you're going to have to go from there locally. That little whole tri-state area, you got New Jersey right there. You got Connecticut. You got New York. Where else do you got over there?
Jersey.
Help me out. Jersey, Connecticut, New York. It's Delaware.
Vermont.
Delaware right
Delaware.
there. What about PA?
Yeah, it's right there.
So,
but when I'm looking at the load board, these are the states that that I'm looking at loads for.
You want to stay local though. You want to stay local.
No, I didn't say that. I said regional.
I thought you said.
I'm just I live in Connecticut.
But you said you wanted to come home every night though, right?
Yeah.
That's local.
If the loads are regional, but I'm back home. I mean, I just did one the other day.
How long were you out? How many hours? How many hours were you out?
That one, it didn't work out the way it was supposed to because the receiver didn't. They closed earlier than my rate con said they were going to close, so I actually had to stay overnight for that one. But had they been open at the right time that the rate con had it for, I would have been back. It would have been 10 hours on the road.
Now you see why I just said that's not local? Regional is not local. Regional is regional. Regional is not local. Regional is regional. That's why it's called regional, and that's why local is called local. Local is local. Regional is regional. Regional is not local. Because
Okay,
if
well, if you
regional,
can drive 250 miles,
because if regional was local, you wouldn't have had to spend the night. You may be able to do some regional runs and make it home, but then some days you may not. That's why it's not local. It's regional. When you leave out to go do a regional run, do you take a bag? Do you take a overnight bag with you?
I did. I mean, I should have this time, not knowing what I know now,
My point
but
exactly.
typically not.
Because
Yeah.
because there's no, you know, there will be some cases where you won't make it home. That's why it's not local. It's regional.
Yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice that. Obviously, going OTR is a commitment to not coming home to when you choose to come home. You know, if something a mistake happens that I have to stay out, like it just did, that's okay. That's not. I don't want it to be an every night thing for me.
So first thing you need to do, I think you need to create a business plan so you know what's going on out here in these streets.
I hear you,
Um,
man. You be
um,
specific about that.
yeah, I got a business plan. I got a model for you to copy, but you got to actually put the information in. You got to do the work. So you can copy my model, and then you need to input, all the areas of that business plan because the business plan that I got is tailored specifically for this. I've taken out all the stuff that you know doesn't is not based around trucking. So everything that
Okay.
you need to fill it in with your market analysis, competitive analysis, your mission statement, all that stuff, put it in there. And then when you're researching these different areas of the business plan, it's going to, give you the information that you need, which is what you don't have now. And that's why the conversation that me and you are having, we're speaking two different languages.
Okay.
Because this should have been done before you got started. It's not as simple as getting the truck, getting the authority, getting your articles of incorporation and all that stuff, getting your truck, and then going on a load board. I think a lot of people think it's just that simple. Then you just go get a load board and then you find a load and you run it. Nah, it's way more difficult than that. Because
Yeah.
you thinking 250 is a lot. That's not a lot at all. That's nothing. To be
Mhm.
honest with you, that's nothing. That's crumbs in the grand scheme of things. What does Connecticut produce? What do you guys manufacture?
Um,
What are
Connecticut
your what's your
itself
commodity out there? Yeah, what's your commodity?
is really the surrounding states like commodities. So like steel, like
So
Pittsburgh
stop right.
and
So stop.
Philadelphia.
So stop right there. You just answered your
Yeah.
own question.
Yeah, there's
So
not really anything in
they,
right in Connecticut.
exactly. So it's no commodity. It's not industrial. There's nothing coming out of there. So you're
Yeah.
gonna have to move around to New York, New Jersey, and if you want to stay as close to home as possible and try to find outbound stuff from over there, and then try to stay. Was that northeast as close as home as possible?
Yeah.
I mean, there's other opportunities, but Connecticut. I had someone that hit me up a while ago from that bought a cargo van in Connecticut, and they did the same thing you did. Went out, got everything up and going, and then went to go search for work and couldn't find work and came to me, and I'm telling them the same thing I'm telling you. This is how I know about that market because I already researched the market to know that nothing is there. This person, I couldn't even find local work for this person, curbside work. Everything was far, and then Hartford just didn't have the terminals. Everything for Connecticut, it seemed like it's being covered out of New York.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that comes into that market is coming from out of New York and out of Jersey.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to probably work out of Jersey or New York.
Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to do that, but like I said, it's the same problem every time of I'm finding loads in that
Hit
area.
hit up
Broker
TQL.
TQL, yeah, I actually just finished my carrier packet with them, and they sent it back to me saying that my W-9 didn't match. So I just resubmitted that, and hopefully
What
that's
do you
back
mean?
tomorrow.
It didn't match your article of incorporation?
No, no, I don't. It says like right now it says you are not verified. Check pending. Like
And
they're
what was the
checking my
reason they
W.
gave you?
Um, it said W-9 did not match name. I think it's because in one slot I put my actual name, and then another slot I put my company name, and I think it was supposed to be one or the other. But I just resubmitted it.
Yes, get with TQL. I got a video in the members only that got some other companies that'll work with you with an authority under 90 days old. So you can check that video out. Hit up TQL. Um,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, but you said a lot of brokers don't want to work with you because you're less than a year, right?
Yeah, I'm here in well, I'm here in 30 days, 60 days, 6 months.
So you want to write all of those down, and then you want to write the you want to write the stipulations. So the 30-day ones, you want to put them in the 30-day category, 60 days, 60 days. So when that
Gotcha.
time is up, you can start, onboarding with those companies.
Yeah. Do you know anything about some people, some of these brokers, when I'm calling them, they sound almost like they want to do it, and they're like, "Oh, I don't have that override button," as if at some point they did have an override button. So I'm hearing people say like I can't override it anymore. So is that something like I need to just be pressing them harder about? Like, hey,
No,
like come on, do it.
the pandemic changed, man. A lot of people did a lot of bad things. So new carriers, that are new, just not getting no love out here because people made it bad for you.
Okay,
So
great.
shout out to give me 1 second. Shout out to King. Appreciate that super chat. Last year I set a goal to hit 10K doing gig work on the side. I hit 14K, about to double that this year. Thank you for teaching me and motivating me through these lives. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Sweet.
Congratulations on that. You surpassed your goal. First thing you need to do, man, you need to go back to the drawing board, do that business plan, and you need to do a lot of research. The business plan is going to help you with the research. All the bullet points that I got that you need to do in the business plan is going to help you do the research. Everything that you need to research is going to be in that business plan. All right? And that's going to help
Okay.
you be a better business person going in. Right now you just all over the place, bro. You don't know what you're doing.
Okay.
So I want to go in on you, but my head's starting to hurt right now. So
I
maybe if
appreciate it.
I, but yeah, you gotta, yeah, man, you gonna like, yeah, man, yeah. If you don't educate yourself, bro, you gonna get, and you rent a truck too.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't even afford to not get loads.
Wait, what made you get into this business, and why now? Why now in January?
Um, I definitely did not do my research about the timing of it, so that's definitely my fault. But getting into the business itself, you could definitely say something about this. But so I've been a driver for like 5 years between FedEx and Amazon, and I just knew how much money I was making the people I was working for. So I just started. It took me like over 2 years of planning and wanting to do this business to the point where I figured out, how to get all my ducks in a row to get it done, get all my licensing and everything correct. Fix my credit, a lot of stuff, and then I was able to start just this past month, basically. So that's why I just wanted to do something for myself. So I'm doing the job that I was always
So
doing before, basically.
so you left FedEx
Yeah, that was the last job I was at.
and you left them, or they got rid of you?
Well, I was living in Florida, working for FedEx. I had to move up here for family reasons. So when I moved back here, I did Amazon again for a little bit, and then Amazon was just like a temporary thing to get me started doing this.
How much working capital you got?
Working capital, I started this with about $5,000.
No, how much
That was my
working
loan.
capital do you have? How much working capital do you have? You don't know what working
None.
capital is.
Like liquid?
Like, how much money do you have for your business to sustain right now?
None.
Take the truck back, bro. Take it back. You have absolutely no money.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna pay next week's rental?
With money from loads.
Take the truck back, bro. What if you don't get any loads?
If I don't get any loads, I'm going to use credit.
Well, how much credit do you have?
About 40,000.
So you have $40,000 credit line, personal.
It's not a credit line. It's between different cards.
But you have no working capital liquid.
No. And like, I'm not like an idiot. I'm not just going to keep like using up $40,000 worth of credit until like to make the business work. If at some point it's just clearly not working, then, you know, I'll cut my losses. But basically, I'm trying to just stay afloat until I get to these, you know, these minimums that these carriers want to be able to work with them, to know that I'm going to be able to have steady loads. Like I'm up at 7 a.m. I think that load that I got 2 days ago, I was up at 7 on the load board and booked that one at 10. So that was just 3 hours straight of calling brokers.
You don't answer this question. Do you understand this business?
As much as you know, I feel like I understand it. I feel like I've gotten further than a lot of people that wanted to try it.
No. Do you understand this business?
I feel like I do.
I'm being seriously. Do you understand the business?
I feel like I do. Yeah.
I think you need some working capital. I mean, you tell me you don't have any money. You're gonna use credit. You're renting a truck. You don't understand the business based off the conversation that we're having. And rule number one is don't invest in something. Don't invest into things that you don't understand. The basic things you don't understand. And I'm not shitting on you. I'm just being honest with you.
No, I appreciate the honesty.
You're banking on loads, and that's going to work against you because you have a new authority. You haven't done any research on your market. You're learning. I'm teaching you about your market right now. You thought 250 outbound loads on the load board was a lot, and that's nothing. You've invested into something that you don't understand.
Yeah,
And
I'm also not married.
But that don't mean
Like,
that ain't got nothing. That ain't got nothing to do.
I'm talking about I'm married to the idea of sticking to the load board. I listen to your videos, so I understand that if that's not working, I'll switch up to final mile, curbside, things like that.
This is what you need to do. You want my honest advice? Since you don't want to take the truck back, you need to go over the road. It's either you're going to take the truck back or you're going to go over the road.
Yeah. I mean, that's a possibility.
I mean, you ain't got too many options. It's only a few things you could do with a box truck. You got a crew?
No.
Or was it just you? All right, so that just eliminates moving. That eliminates final mile, big and bulky. All right. Do you want to go over the road? You ready to come to Chicago and get some of these loads over this way?
I can't. It might be looking like that.
All right, you ready to stay out for about 45 days?
You said 45 days?
Yeah. You said you were trying to get this money, right? We just doing the process of elimination right now so we can know where we at. You ready to come get this money?
I mean, if that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Can you be in Chicago? Can you be in Chicago Monday morning?
Monday morning. Probably, yeah. I actually have to. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to switch my. I'm gonna have to switch my rental because I know they have like a 2,500 mile cap on me right now.
Oh man, you got a cap?
Yeah, but that's because I was playing the regional.
Oh my!
So that was cool.
Why would you get a cap? A cap is capping your money. You can't cap You ain't ready, bro. You ain't set up right. You ain't set up right, bro.
Yeah, I
Now
mean,
I
had
can
I
sit
known I was
here.
gonna
I
go
could I could sit here
OTR,
and pacify you if you want, but I don't do that. I'm not. I can't tell you. I mean, the process of elimination. You gotta cap on your miles. You don't want to go over the road. You live in Connecticut, in a small town in Connecticut. You want to do regional, but the opportunity that's going to put you in regional is going to take you. Seems like you were complaining about having to spend the night out that night. You weren't prepared for it, but I don't think you fully understand the difference between regional and local. Uh, you don't have a plan. My advice for you would be to take the truck back, cut your losses now, and study the business, and then re-enter when you have a full understanding of the business while it's still early. I'm not saying give up. I'm saying go back to the drawing board and fully understand what you're investing in. You don't even have capital. So you burn your credit up and it still don't work. Now you don't have nothing.
yeah,
And you're definitely going to go through some of that credit. Why? Because you don't understand what you're investing in. Just the conversation that we're having right now, you have no idea. Now you could do what you want to do, but based off what you told me, you lost. And you're renting a truck and they're charging you every week. So using the process of elimination, there's only one or two other things you can do. And those opportunities are going to be just like those opportunities that you're looking for as far as going over the road. Like your authority isn't really aged like that.
yeah,
And it's slow right now. This is the slow season. So, you know, trying to weather the storm now is different from trying to weather the storm in June or July.
yeah,
So when I'm telling you to, you know, maybe cut the losses that you have now since it's not that much, and then maybe reconvene in a few months. That way they'll give you time to fully research and understand what you're getting into. They'll give your authority some time to age. They'll give you some time to, stack up some capital. And then you can try it again with a better understanding.
yeah.
I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just being honest with you, man.
No, I feel you. I mean, that's why I came on. I was looking to see if you had other options, and you know,
I give you
but I knew
options.
that.
It's just you don't want. See,
Yeah,
here's the thing: you're not open to doing what you need to do. When I ask you a question, you say it's a possibility. When you become into a business and you investing into a business, it's man, whatever I need to do. Whatever you need to do to make the business work is what you got to do. It ain't no, it's a possibility. It's man, if I say, man, can you be in Chicago Monday? You supposed to be like, man, if you gonna put some money in my pocket and it's gonna be worth my while, yeah. But then boom, it's a possibility. And then on top of that, you got a mileage cap.
yeah,
So now with a mileage cap, that's what can you now you really can't run OTR even if you really wanted to. Now you looking at the miles every other 10 minutes.
yeah. I have an account manager with Enterprise too that can get me a truck without a cap, but that's at a higher rate.
What are you paying right now?
Right now, 600 a week, 15 cents a mile.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But they got a cap. They must got you in like a 2023 or 2024.
No, it's a 2020.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I think I need to switch companies anyway, or at least branches. This branch budget seems unprofessional. The day I went to pick up my truck, they gave my key to somebody else, so I started an hour late that day.
Well, I don't know, bro. Whatever you want to do, man. I pretty much, the answers that I would expect from you, you didn't give me. So I don't. You're 28. I don't know what your personal business is going, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you got personal things going on in like in your life, family, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna keep it at 1,000 with you. Business don't care nothing about that, man.
Yeah, I know.
When you starting a business and you building it from nothing, majority of your time you got to give it to the business to get it off the ground. You got to be able to do whatever it takes. Wherever the business takes you, wherever the money is at, that's where you got to go. Unfortunately for you, you're not in a big market. But this is why you have to do the research prior to doing everything and then going to look for the work to realize that you live in a small market and there's no work in your market.
Mm-hmm.
All the way down to not even understanding that the number that you're looking at that you thinking big is a big number is really a small number. Because you're not even knowledgeable to the point to, well, let me take that number, let me compare it to some other states to even see that that's a small number.
No, I did. I mean, you could look at the dashboard right now.
But you're looking at now, but you wouldn't have told me that 250 was a lot of loads. It's not. That's nothing. You're not the only person out there looking at that board. What about the people that are what's your CPM? You said you knew it.
Yes, sir. 122. Yeah.
122?
Yes, sir.
What's what are you paying for insurance?
A month.
Yeah.
So right now with Progressive, I'm paying $1,800 a month, but that's without the physical. So I'm using Budget's physical, and that's like $700 a month. So puts me like $2,500 a month.
Bro, stop. Stop. Take the truck back. I don't even want to talk no more. I don't got no advice for you. Take the truck back. $2,500 a month?
Yeah.
That's too much, bro. Way too much. Double too much.
So I actually could leave it at 1,800 and not get the physical from Budget, but obviously any damage is on me.
What do you have a broker?
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
probably was on the phone with him for over a month before purchasing that policy. Just back and forth.
So you got $1 million in general liability.
Yeah.
You have $1 million in commercial auto.
Yep.
And you have $100,000 in commercial cargo.
Yeah.
But yet you still have to get additional insurance from Budget? Something's not. Listen.
Well, I can get the physical with Progressive. It just turned out to be a little bit more than Budget's actually. So I don't.
Here's what I'm saying.
Out.
Did your broker give you other options than just Progressive?
Yeah, he did. He mixed and matched. Like my cargo is not from Progressive.
Who's your cargo with?
Berkshire Hathaway, I think. Yeah.
How many points you got on your MVR?
None. I got like one red light ticket from like 3 years ago, but that doesn't even. He said that didn't change the policy.
2,500 is a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm keeping it a buck with you, bro. I mean, man, I'm trying to be like nice about it and stuff. I said I'm gonna be a nice person. It's Black History Month.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate it.
I mean, man, it's so many things that you need to do over.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just did some stuff and you just did it because you knew that you needed to do it, but you just didn't do these things the right way. And it all starts back from the beginning. No research, no plan. How much money are you out Because this week was a loss, right?
Well, yesterday was like the first day, so like technically I'm on pace. I just have to get a load for tomorrow. Like I'm looking at it like day by day, so I'm just trying to get a load for tomorrow.
What about the rest of the week? Earlier this week.
I mean,
Tomorrow's
I can only
Saturday.
book it really. Yeah, I'm
What
gonna
have you
work
done this
tomorrow.
week? What have you done this week?
I did Connecticut to Maine. That was Thursday, and ended up
How
having
much
to
did that
stay
pay?
overnight. Huh?
How much did it pay?
That was 700 for like 267 miles.
So far this week you made $700.
Yeah.
How much money did you spend in fuel?
Give me 1 second, I got it written down. It was over 300.
You said your truck rental was how much a week?
600.
And you said you're about 15 cents a mile?
Yep.
How many miles you driven this week? You know?
What was it? About 600. $643.
All right, so you said you're paying $2,500 a month for insurance.
Yep.
That's $625 right there this week. You got a log, anything like that?
ELD?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got motive.
How much you pay for that?
That's 85.
What about, you said you went to New Jersey this week, right? Or New York or whatever?
No, I didn't go there. That's just where that's
Where'd
like
you go
most of
this
the
week?
loads are. Just Maine.
Did you have to pay any of those expensive tolls out that way?
Yeah, about $30 in tolls.
And you made $700.
Yeah.
So you about in the negative, and this is not including probably you got other expenses, but just the ones we talked about, you already in the red $700 for the week.
You're talking about for the week?
Yeah, I'm just doing this week because you only made $700. You ran one load this week. It was $700, right?
Yep.
You paid $2,500 a month in insurance. So divide 2,500 by 4. That's $625. So pretty much the money you made covers your insurance for the week. So then everything else that is costing you, fixed and variable, you're paying out of pocket. I didn't even ask you how much. Did I ask you about how much fuel you spent? Oh, I did ask you. 300. I didn't even ask that.
370.
So then another 370. So let's say 625 for the insurance, 600 for the truck rental, another $100 for the mileage. Then you said 370 for fuel. That's 1,700. You got tolls. I could add another $30 and whatever else other costs you got. So right now I'm at 725. So right now you at about a negative 1,000 plus whatever other expenses you got. So you in the red $1,000, but I know it's plus for this week.
Yeah. I mean, I'm counting my week as starting on Wednesday because that's the day that I picked up the truck. So I have until Wednesday to get loads and make up the rest of that money.
Well, it's the weekend now.
Or at least, well, I'm going to work tomorrow, and then I'm working, obviously. I'm not going to work Sunday. I'm going to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
What's tomorrow load paying?
The what?
What's tomorrow's load? What is it paying?
I'm trying to get a load right now. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, so you don't even have nothing booked?
No.
So what are you talking about you working tomorrow? I'm thinking you got something booked.
I'm definitely working tomorrow.
I mean, I like your positive. I like your positive attitude, but
we can get back. We can get back on the live tomorrow and see if I got a load.
It's 9:00. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
probably
you
gonna get this in the
okay?
morning. I'm gonna be looking all
All
night, but
right,
I'll probably get the load in the morning
all right, all right. I thought you
because it
had
hasn't.
something booked.
No, it hasn't changed in hours over like
What
the
are you
night.
looking at? What are you looking at? What's the load?
DAT.
No, I'm saying what is it?
Like what are my parameters I'm searching?
Like, yeah, is it running from here to where is it running from there to there? What's the what's the
There's nothing
weight?
there's
What's the
nothing right now.
price? So you're
There's
looking at
nothing right now.
nothing? So you're just
There's
looking at a
nothing.
screen.
Everything that no, everything that's here is brokers I've already called, and it
But
hasn't changed in a couple hours.
I thought you said you're looking at a load that you think you should get in the morning. I thought you was looking at one specific load.
No, I
Didn't you
didn't
just
say
say
that.
you was looking at a load? No?
No, I just said I was looking at loads.
So you don't have nothing then.
I don't have nothing for tomorrow.
So that means you're not working tomorrow. You ain't working. You can't say you working tomorrow until you got something to work. So basically right now you ain't working tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm thinking you already got something etched in stone. You ain't got no work. You gonna be off tomorrow unless you find something. But right now you off. So right now you still at a loss.
Yeah.
Is the load factorable? Do you see it? Is it factorable? Is it a check right there? What factoring
Yeah.
company you with?
RTS.
What? Look at the notes. See any notes?
As far as like specialties, like for the pickup and stuff. This one, only thing it says is 94-inch height, which that's exactly where I'm at. Um, Another thing I ran into, this is definitely like a market analysis thing that I just didn't think of. I don't know. But a lot of things up here, a lot of these loads are going to and coming from airports, which I guess you need a TWIC card for.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the loads up here is that.
I like your your willingness, your positive attitude.
I mean, I don't know how anybody can know everything about it, no matter how much you study it. I feel like I studied it a decent amount before starting,
Nah,
but I've
nah.
never, out of every like video I've seen, even from you, I've never seen anybody mention a TWIC card needed for to getting loads.
Here's
But I
the
guess that's
thing.
specific to the area, maybe.
You started a business without a plan. You out here flapping in the wind. Right now you
I mean,
looking at it as you right now you looking at it like a hustle. Somebody said in the chat the only thing you can get is Amazon, and you can't even get that.
yeah, not yet.
So
That's why, like, I'm not as concerned about, like, obviously, I'm not gonna be making buku bucks right now, but if I can stay afloat to get this MC aging and get on with more and more brokers, get to 6 months, then get on with Amazon.
what's your weekly cost?
Weekly costs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have it down to the day.
What's your daily cost?
220 a day. That's the fixed cost.
What's your daily cost?
220 a
Period.
day.
Minus the So 220 a day.
Yeah.
On a rolling 7-day week.
6 days.
So you got it on a rolling 6-day week. All right. So check this out.
Yeah.
And you say your cost is how much?
122.
No. Your daily. You said your daily cost. You said
220.
something, right?
220. Yeah.
How'd you come up with that? Because I just off my head I see more.
Okay.
If you got it on a
Insurance.
rolling.
Yeah. Insurance 2,500. Rental 600 a month. This is a month, and then I just keep dividing it. But $2,500 a month insurance, 600
That's
or
$104. So that's 625. So if it's 2,500, that's 625 a week. So that's like 104 a day. So divided
Yeah,
by 4 is 625. Divided by 6, yeah, 104. So if that's
yep,
104 and you're renting a truck for 600 a week, that's another 100 a day. That's 204 right there.
yeah. We're talking just fixed costs right now, right?
Well, you kind of want to add everything in there. You want to have an estimate of everything.
Yeah. Um, the ELD 85 that came up to $4 a day, a little under $4 a day. DAT 45 a month, so that's like $2 a day. Um, I have a virtual office that's like $5 a day.
Yeah, virtual office.
Yeah, came with a business phone number, business email,
How much is that a month?
110
What was the purpose of that?
business credit.
For business credit.
Hmm.
Explain.
So like applying for either credit cards or business loans, I can't put my. I mean, I could put my home address, but a lot of banks deny it. So I mean, it's been working for me. I've got approved for every card I've applied for,
You said
and
banks
it just
deny
has
your
a
home
commercial.
address.
Huh?
Go ahead, I'm listening. I
So if they search it, it shows a commercial building.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out why you're paying for it. I don't think you need it. I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, it's not something that I'm gonna keep long term.
What other bills you got?
Uh, Nav,
Which
which is
load which
like a
load board which load board do you have? Which DAT load board? How much
DAT.
you pay for it?
Yeah, just the basic package, the
You need the
DAT.
most expensive one.
Really?
Hmm.
I considered that. I mean, I started with the basic one to see if I was getting loads with it. Obviously, it's not looking great, but I mean, I don't know what benefit having a more expensive one would change.
More loads. Basic gets you basic results. Would you want a basic broad or you want a cold broad?
I feel you,
All right
but
then. So I mean, would you want a basic whip or do you want that fly shit?
I mean, I honestly didn't know that the more expensive packages had more loads. I thought they were just more like bells and whistles.
What bells and whistles?
Yeah,
If they got a tier based pricing system for loads, what did you think that you were going to get with the higher tiered packages?
it tells you right under the
Just
description what comes with it, and it doesn't say more loads.
you get access to more loads, man.
Okay,
They have to that's the point. You know, if a person spend $140, there's incentives behind that. The purpose of going on there is to find loads. So the incentive would be more options of loads.
okay. I mean, I would think that's something that they put like number one right under that package. Like we have more loads under this package. It doesn't say that. It says things like we have market analysis, like we show you what's going on in that market if you pay more. Everything but more loads.
What else you got, man? What else you paying for?
That's everything.
I think you need to start from the beginning, man. I don't think you need to run a truck that has a cap. That's one. Because I see
Yeah,
you
I can
having
change
to
that.
have. I see you having to go over the road.
Okay.
And just the cap is just going to limit you.
Yeah.
Your insurance is too high. I think your broker can. I mean, you are young, but I think 2,500 that's a lot. I know
Yeah.
people that are in your age range that are paying less than that, unless it's something that you're not telling me.
No, I mean I don't have any accidents. I even with this broker that I'm working, we've been working for over a month to lock in this policy, just like changing vehicles and whatnot. The only thing he told me at the end was like, let's do it again in a year, and I could reshop the price because typically, having that coverage for a year, um, will give you a better premium.
Yeah, but 2,500 is a lot, bro.
Yeah.
You spending 2,500 a month for the insurance. Just off the base of your rental, you're spending 24. That's not including the mileage. So depending on how many miles you go, just this week you're already at 100. So we can easily add another five, let's say on the minimum side, $500 to that. So at the minimum, you're going to be paying, let's say, $3,000 a month for the truck rental.
You're saying for the cost of just having the truck?
I mean, you're at 2,400 right now base.
Yeah.
600 a week, that's 24. 15 cents a mile. You said you already went 300 and some miles, whatever, this week, and you ain't even did nothing. You spent $100 in miles.
Mm-hmm.
With the miles that you said you went times 15 cents, you said 300 and how many miles?
No, I went 600.
You went 600 miles?
Yeah.
600 and what?
680.
You went 680 miles. 600. Well, let me see. 680 times 15 cents. That's $102 right there. So you went 680 miles. You ain't even did nothing.
Yeah.
So imagine you doing something. So you can easily. So your truck rental is going to be $3,000 plus 2,500. So you're looking at $6,000 right there. And you a week down. Did you add these numbers up prior to going in? Did you look at it like that? Or now that I'm telling you, you looking at it now? Did you realize you was gonna be spending $6,000 a month just on the rental and the insurance?
Yeah, I did, and I figured I can make that just that much too.
Based
Like
off
I
what
know that it's not,
research?
huh?
Based off what information?
Based off of calculating my cost per mile I mean basically an estimate of how much I'm gonna run throughout the week if I just keep booking loads. I know that that's not a given. Like there's gonna be days I don't get a load, maybe.
It's not a given. You see that now that you're out here.
Yeah.
So now with the information, just our conversation, because I really not, I like the only thing I could tell you to really help you is to take the truck back and start over again, fresh. I think you need a fresh start. I think you need to start the correct way. You don't even have any working capital. And this is your personal credit.
No, half of it's business credit. The majority of it's business credit.
So 20,000 is business credit?
Yeah.
That's a month and a half, 2 months maybe. And the reason why I'm telling you not to risk that is because you don't have an idea what you're doing. You have no clue. You're already using that credit. You're using that credit now, right?
Yeah.
You're using the credit already. That $20,000 ain't nothing. That can go just like that.
Yeah.
So then what?
I mean, I'm not gonna run through all of it just trying to make this work. You know, if it gets to that point, then I'll switch up, do what I have to do. Um, you know, I mean, obviously the
Man,
options you gave me, like I'm gonna look into both of them. I mean, probably not giving the truck back. I'll make it work.
you need to get a truck back one way or another. You got a cap
Oh,
on
just
it.
to get rid of the cap. Yeah, yeah. You're right.
I mean, there's a possibility you could go over. I mean, 25 to 3,000 miles is about the average. So, but you don't want to go over either.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't. I mean, I'm keeping it a buck. You just don't. Just based off the conversation, you don't seem like you gonna drive 2,500 miles.
You said I'm not gonna drive that
I,
much.
I I don't I don't think it's in you, man.
Well, I mean, if I decide to go OTR, it's gonna be like an all-in thing. It's not gonna be like half in, half out.
I
I
think
just have
that's
to
what
make
you
that
need.
decision.
Based on your situation, I think that's what you need to do. But you don't want to do it. Based on the conversation right now, I'm just filling you out. I'm just having a conversation. I'm just kicking it with you right now. I really told you what I told you is that's the information that I have for you. Like I can't give you anything because you don't even know what the hell you're doing. You don't even have a clue. You don't, bro. I'm keeping it a buck with you. I think you need to take the truck back, go back to the drawing board. I'm not saying quit. I'm saying start over fresh maybe in a couple months. After you've created a plan, you've educated yourself on this business, you have a better idea of what you're investing into because right now you don't know. I think you need to fully understand what this business entails and the sacrifices that come along with it. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You pressed something and then the sound went out. Let me see something. Let me see if I can help this guy out real quick. What'd you press? You pressed something and then there you go. I hear you now.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
All right.
You said New York is about an hour and a half, right?
Yeah.
That's a long way, man. And Brooklyn's about an hour and a half away.
Yep.
See, this is see. Yeah, man. You really need to be in New York. I could point you into some directions in New York, but you need to be in New York.
All right. You're saying like
Cause
OTR in New York, just like staying there?
no, I can some local work in New York, but you talking about 3 hours drive time round trip, or maybe more with traffic. You're going into New York and then you're leaving out of New York, and then you have to account for the time it takes you to do the route.
Yeah. I mean, depending on the time of day that you're leaving, that's a completely different time. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I think you should start fresh, bro. I think there's a lot of things that you missed that you should have, tackled prior to going out and spending the money and investing into renting a truck and all that stuff. all this information that we're talking about, these different things that I'm hitting you with, these are things that you should have known before you went out and spent the money. You should know that you're in a market that has nothing to offer. So therefore, okay, now I need to go find a market so that when I do get the truck, I know exactly where I need to go to because my market has nothing for me. You went out and spent the money, and now you're pulling your hair out, going to find work, going to find opportunity when you should have done this research prior. And now it's costing you. See, this stuff that I'm talking about right now, like your market analysis, understand your market and all that stuff, you did all this for free.
Mm-hmm.
But it's costing you right now, $1,000, whatever it costs. This is costing you right now. This is not something that required a truck. It's just like if I want to come open a restaurant, let's say a soul food restaurant. And what town do you live in again?
Waterbury.
What's the demographic out there?
Mostly black, Hispanic.
Mostly black and Hispanic, right? What's a white town out there? Where do white people live at?
Like Southington, probably like 30
Southington.
minutes
All right,
away.
fine. Let's say I came from Chicago to Southington, Connecticut to open a soul food restaurant in a predominantly white town.
Yeah, that
Probably
would be
wouldn't.
bad analysis.
Right. So if I just came and I just did it blind and just opened it, and then I'm sitting there every day, I got my apron on, I got my mama's black eyed pea recipe, the crowder peas, I got the greens and the macaroni and the sweet potatoes and the southern dressing, not that shit that you get off the shelf. This is hot water cornbread dressing made from scratch, the homemade shit, and ain't getting no customers. Because that market doesn't call for that type of food.
Yeah.
I didn't do the research. I invested my money in opening up this nice southern kitchen to cater to a southern clientele in a town predominantly with people who want to go to Raising Cane's or whatever that shit's called, Raising Cane's and Chick-fil-A. They don't want no greens. You get what you get where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
So you know what I would have to do? I would have to cut my losses.
Yeah.
Hold myself accountable. Go back to the drawing board. Because I didn't plan correctly. I didn't have a plan at all. I just did some shit because for whatever reason, I just did some shit. That's you right now. And you don't have any working capital. You're surviving off credit with a hope and a prayer. And that's just not a good way to enter into a business. Especially right now. Like, you just got a lot of shit working against you. It's bad timing.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds like I'm beating you up, but I'm being honest, man. Like, I want to hit you with something optimistic, but I just think you just poor planning, man.
No, you're good. I knew what it was coming on the show.
Well, if you knew what it was, what you just thought I was going to, there you go again. You was hoping that I was going to tell you something good, and it's just not nothing good to really tell you because you did everything. You just didn't do everything. You didn't do things the right way. And the way you start is the way you finish. What's your long-term goals?
The long-term goal was to start a dispatch company.
Why you just start a dispatch company?
because I didn't know the market of owner operators and drivers. Like I didn't feel comfortable just jumping into that.
So
And
so you understood that in order for you to fully understand dispatching, you wanted to understand from what it was like from the driver's perspective, from being on in the field, so that you could be a better dispatcher,
yeah,
right? So you thought
yeah,
that far ahead, right? For that. Why didn't you do the same thing for what you're doing right now?
I thought I did.
No, bro. Mm-mm. So you got like a couple options. One, you can go to New York, run local routes there. I think New York is kind of far. An hour and a half could easily be 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of out of the question. The other option is you could go OTR, which you saying you don't want to do.
I can do that.
Because earlier you said it's a possibility.
Yeah,
So I think you should probably go OTR, man. If you really want to save your business, then you gotta go where the money is at. You gotta make the sacrifices. You're in a market
yeah,
that doesn't have anything available for you. You should have known that prior to going and investing. Your only option really is OTR, to be honest with you. New York is close, but it's close, but it's far. It's close, but it's too far for what you're trying to do.
yeah,
And I know you want to stay local, but I don't think it's an option for you right now, especially in your financial situation too. Like the last thing on your mind should be home. You need the money. You need the money, fam, because you need the working capital. You use credit as an emergency. You don't run your business off of credit. Credit is for emergencies. Or use it and then pay it off to build it up. It's not to, you don't use your credit to run your business. So you apply for business credit just so you can start the business.
yeah.
Nah, man. No. No. That's not the right way, man. I don't know who taught you that. Or if that's something you figured on your own. That's just not what you do.
Yeah.
So here, now that just gives you one option now. But two options still. It's either you're gonna run OTR or you're gonna turn the truck in and start fresh in a couple months. And if you decide to go OTR, you need to go OTR, bro. Like you shouldn't even be thinking about coming home. Because you need the money.
Yeah.
You got kids, family,
No. Yeah.
married,
No.
single,
Yep.
no significant other, nothing.
Nope.
So what's holding you back?
Sick family.
Are you the sole, caretaker?
No.
So let me ask you this, and I'm just being general. I don't want to get into your business. If you got sick family, why start a business when you relocated from Florida to come take care of your sick family? Why would you start this business at the same time?
That was poor planning. But I mean, I had started it. It was already in progress before knowing that I was going to be coming here. Everything
I
was
hear
already
you.
in progress.
And this is why I'm being gentle with you, because you said this earlier. So I'm a nice guy. I'm trying to hold you accountable and be, mindful. I don't want to get into your business, but I remember you mentioned that earlier. If you got a sick family and you relocated from Florida back up north, then it must be serious.
Yeah.
And if that's going to require your time, then you're not going to have the time to start a business, especially a business like this. This business is very demanding, especially at the beginning.
Yeah.
So right now you have to make a decision, young man. 28 years old, and to me it's an easy decision. To you it may not be so easy. But you got to make a decision. The business, you know, and I'm saying this as gentle as possible, has no feelings.
Yeah, I understand that.
The business just wants to make money. It doesn't care about anything else but making money. But if you have something else that's pressing, that's requiring your time as well, and it must be serious, like I said, I'm reiterating it, for you to relocate from Florida back up to Connecticut, then that seems that that's where your priority should be. I don't know what the situation is. I don't want to know. But just based off what you told me, it seems like that's where your priority should lie. Because something is going to get neglected.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the family situation requires you, otherwise you wouldn't have relocated. And I could tell you about the business. It's going to
like, it
require
can't
a
be
lot of your
happening.
time. Okay, so you got a decision to make. I'm spending time with you because it seemed like you just need somebody to talk to and help you make the decisions that you probably are pondering, but you know, you just need the proper guidance. So the decision is ultimately up to you. But I don't know who.
No, I
You said what?
Kind of like options I wasn't fully thinking about. So, and
I didn't
obviously
say
things I hadn't thought about
you froze
in the
up. What, say
beginning.
that again? You froze up. Say that again.
I said, yeah, no, I said that was, I appreciate it because you put things into perspective for me, and obviously brought to my attention things I hadn't thought about in the beginning. That definitely would have saved me trouble.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you know, I'm gonna put myself in your situation. I don't know who it is, but let's say, you know, my mother is near and dear to me. I don't give a fuck what going on. If something, if she needed me there, everything else can wait. I don't care about it.
Yeah.
Money, business, nothing. I only get one mom. So when it comes down to, you know, health and things of that nature, to me it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Because I understand, and this is coming from the mindset of a person who understands what this business entails. It's greedy with my time. It's going to be greedy with your time. Something is going to get neglected. You know, you want to put yourself in a situation where you're running, making money, but you're close to home, and your situation, your market just doesn't allow it. You're in a tough spot as far as your market. Now, if you were in another market, California, Texas, the Midwest, but you're in a tough spot. So now I can give you another idea. If
Okay.
I were you, you want to make some money, right? You want to stay close to home. This is what I would do if I were you, based on your situation. I would take that 26 foot back because there's too many regulations for what you want to do. Like, you got a special situation. I would go rent a cargo van. I would get my butt up and I would drive to New York. It's an opportunity in New York. I would hustle all day in New York. You're an hour and a half away. So if you get a call and you need to stop what you're doing, you can do it.
True.
You can go.
Okay.
I think something that's dedicated for you based off of your family situation, as far as that health situation, I think you need to put yourself in a situation where you're doing something that at any given time you can go. I don't think you should put yourself in something that's dedicated. I would get out of that 26 footer. I go get a cargo van, and I just go to New York, and I just gig it. Make you a couple $100. Go home. So now you're killing two birds with one stone. You're still earning income, right?
Yeah.
You could travel into New York. You could travel out of New York. You're not under the regulations that you would be with the box truck. You're staying in that area, so if you get that call, you can go. Versus if you have a load, you could get a call and still have to complete the task. With that stuff you're doing, you're just picking up and drop. So even if you're in the middle of a drop, once you drop, you can hit the highway and head back to Connecticut.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Does that seem like
Yeah.
a better plan for your
That's-
situation?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect that. Yeah. But it's definitely possible.
No, it's not possible. It's what it is. I'm giving you the play based on your situation. I didn't leave you hanging. I'm telling you what you could do to still make money. Now you're not paying $2,500 a month in insurance for a rental truck. It's ludicrous. You following me, man?
Yeah.
You seem lost.
No, I hear you.
So what are you gonna do before I let you go? Because I got other people.
Honestly, I'll probably write out all three of those plans that you just told me. I mean, I'll consider restarting if that's what I need to do. I mean, you gave me three solid alternatives, so I'm just gonna weigh them out. I can't say that I know for sure based off of this, like which one, but there's just more thinking behind it that I'm gonna consider.
I just told you which one you should do. Listen, the box truck business is going to demand your time, man. I don't know how much more specific I can get. If you want to build it, you want to scale it, it's going to take your time.
Yeah.
Majority of your time. I don't feel like you understand. You give me this blank stare, man. I'm trying to tell you what to do. I'm giving you the play. You hung up on something that is not, I don't think is for you right now, based off how you entered it and your personal situation. You there, man?
Yeah.
I'm you giving me this blank stare. I don't say something.
I mean, I got you. Like, I got you. Like,
Man, y'all 28-year-olds. Y'all, man, y'all a trip, man. Y'all a trip, man.
I don't think I could tell you for sure.
I'm giving you the play. I'm giving you the play. You do what you want to do. I'm giving you the play based off everything. I spent a lot of time with you to understand your situation.
Yeah.
You relocated up from down south up north to take care of somebody, right?
Yeah.
So they require your time, right?
Some of it.
If you could put it in a percentage, how much?
Less than half. I mean, that's kind of what makes it hard to figure
25, 30%.
Yeah, maybe like 30. But that's what makes it hard to figure out what I'm capable of doing outside of that.
But you said you wanted to stay regional and local so you could be close to home. Yo,
What it do, my man Mark?
how you feeling?
Man, fantastic, brother. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you answering. Look, I've been trying to catch you for a little while now.
You got me today, man. What's going on? Where you from?
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, good brother. The
Man,
Chicago's
y'all.
little cousin.
Nah, y'all our little cousin.
That's what I said. We Chicago's little cousin.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Chicago is y'all little cousin.
No, no, man. I gotta put respect where it's due, brother.
Y'all got a little war going on down there right now, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, you right.
Yeah, man. Be careful down there, man. It's been going on for a couple years now.
It has. It's really been building, and like honestly, as a representative of Memphis, usually I try to steer it a different way, but nah, it's real and prevalent in the streets. Sometimes, the blogs can overdo it, but they might not even be doing enough at this point, for real.
Nah, I know I'm right up the way. I know after the recent events it's finna really turn up. So
Yep. Old boy funeral was just yesterday, I believe. If not today,
mm,
but yeah, they had helicopters. Man, it's really been a war zone. So yeah, and you from Chicago, you know how I can get.
mm-hmm.
Yes,
Be
sir. Yes,
careful.
sir.
How can I help you today?
All right, my man. Uh, first off, like everybody else with some sense who calls in, man, I want to tell you that I appreciate all the time that you give, all the pertinent knowledge that you have to offer, and not just spewing, clickbait. And sometimes I laugh in your comments because people think that you go overboard or exaggerate, but man, you couldn't be telling more of the truth. And so I say all that to say I appreciate you. I'm coming from Memphis, Tennessee. I've been doing the moving game since like 2016. Um, but I started off on movinghelp.com. No truck, no equipment really, pulling up in cars, doing that moving labor. Did that enough where we built up to 2 trucks, and around the pandemic, I wasn't liking the inconsistency of the moves and the team that it allowed me to secure. So we got more so into the into the contract game. And currently, I'm doing the appliance and furniture. We got a couple of contracts with 5 trucks running 5 and 6 days a week. And I'm at a point, Mark, where I recognize that I need to stop focusing on growing and focus on my systems and processes. Several things have brought me to that realization, but most recently, I had a driver wreck one of my trucks. And it put me in a position where I haven't really put a lot of things on my insurance up to this point, and I am honestly a little afraid of what my rates are going to look like. And to be just to get to my question, roundabout. Um, I was seeing that, well, actually, one of my insurance agents suggested that I start a new LLC, or not LLC, get a new incorporation, EIN, a new MCDOT, just in case they didn't renew or that the rates were so outrageous that I needed to switch over. So I wanted to call you and see, have you ever been in any
You froze up.
My bad, boss. That was one of my drivers calling. But I was just asking, have you ever been in a position where your insurance or your claims got a little out of hand? And right now I've been managing them, but after this wreck, I don't know what it's gonna look like. So
Yeah, Grange dropped.
just
Grange was the first company to drop me. What happened? Did he roof the truck?
no, man. This he was coming around a curve, literally. 5 minutes from the warehouse, and it was a slick morning. I'm sorry, man. He keeps calling, but the back end spun out and hit another car, and yeah, so he broke the back axle. Nothing was wrong with the the front of the truck, but the back axle on it is broken and it's in the shop as we speak.
This is a 26 footer.
Yes, sir.
Is your truck or is it a rental?
Rental.
Enterprise,
Rider.
Progressive is the insurance.
No, CWS Insurance. They're out of
So,
South
so,
Carolina.
so did they? They didn't drop you yet, did they? They didn't drop you, right?
No, they haven't.
So who's advising you to get a new LLC?
Well, she wasn't necessarily saying switch everything over. She was saying to create one and have that just in case something happened,
Like
where
what?
you know, or if my rates got out of hand, or
Like
if somebody did drop.
something happened. Like what? I'm trying to figure out
Um,
why. This is your broker telling you this?
this is an insurance agent that was out of a South Haven, Mississippi, that rocked with me for a good while, but my contracts had gotten out of what she can cover, and she basically, before I left her, she was just giving me some game because I guess she liked me as a customer, and she was saying, just in case you get into anything, these are some of the things that I've seen contractors in your position or contractors who may have claims do in the
So,
past. So
so,
that was
so,
just
so here's the thing. Not to cut you off. Accidents happen. I've had accidents. Never got dropped for an accident. I got dropped for a really large claim. Accidents happen. You know, I've been to Memphis. It's not like Chicago. It's more open. It's not as tight. Like we got these tight alleys and stuff like that and stuff like that. Accidents happen. It's not something that now if it's excessive, then yeah, but I don't see why you would get dropped over an accident. Now, if it's a big claim, like I had a $55,000 claim. I had a guy tear off a whole dock. You know the on and over when you back in, the clearance, he hit it and the whole thing came down. It was 55 grand. So that's a reason to get dropped.
yeah.
But when accidents never got dropped.
Okay. So and let me get specific about the accident. So the
It's always
man
more. It's always more. So
so the back axle messed up. He ended up, this is Memphis yet again, so he ended up hitting a car that was parked on the side of the road that was ended up being stolen. However, we were still held liable for that car. So I believe she's going to say that this used car is totaled out. Um and so that was the missing detail, that there were two cars involved. Nobody else was in that car. It was abandoned. But I haven't been in this position where anybody hit anything. I've paid for brick mailboxes, countless floors, walls, whatnot,
you
but
pay for
this is
them
the
out of
first time.
pocket, right?
Right, those other ones, yeah.
All right. So you had your truck had an accident. It was an at fault accident, right?
Right.
How long you been paying your insurance?
2 years, 2.5.
And how much you pay a month?
For 4 trucks, 38.
And how much was the claim?
I haven't received that number yet. So I just got the mail on the deductible. So I don't have the total just yet.
Well, how much is your deductible? A grand?
No, 2,000.
Damn, you got a $2,000 deductible?
Yeah, that's what they sent me.
Man, you need to Hold on, man. You pay $3,800 a month, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell them to fix it. That's what you got insurance for. Basically what I'm telling you is I don't know why that lady worrying you half to death. This is why you got insurance.
Right.
If you pay $3,800 for the past 2 years, you almost paying $100,000. It's $91,000. So as long as your claim don't exceed the $91,000, you ain't got nothing to worry about. They still made money off of you.
Right.
This is why you pay your insurance. You worried about something that I wouldn't even be worried about if I was you. This is why I pay for my insurance. This is what you need to be thinking. They're going to fix my truck. They're going to total that piece of shit out because it was stolen anyway. So, Big 30 in them probably had their way with that car. Who else y'all got down? Big 30, YTB. What's his name? YTB Fat.
Fat. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. YTB Fat, Big 30 and all them done did what they had to do. All right. And if it costs 10 grand or 12 grand or 15 grand, so be it.
Okay. And
I'm not finna go start a whole new business because I got an insurance claim.
right.
Shit happens.
Now, and so if it gets to a point where insurance goes through the roof for and I'm really just responding to horror stories, which is why I wanted to talk to you before I moved on anything. So I got another contractor that shares a dock with me for the furniture side, and he racked up so much. He has been in the business for about 15 years. Well, specifically with this one contract for about 15 years. So he got into a situation last year where he had to do what we're talking about. And I don't know how much he ran up on that insurance, or if he, you know, I don't know what happened, but he had to do this same situation. So that was really what made me, move on it, because I had the insurance agent tell me that in the past, and then this guy just went through that situation last year, and then my driver got into the wreck in January. So I won't worry you with that no more, because I feel pretty confident that my insurance will take care of that. But what I do have you, I did want to get a little insight on like a point system, and because I'm gonna tell you where I'm at, and I'll let me know if I'm over pushing my time. But hold on, bud, hold on. I'm having issues with my crew, well, with just a couple of members of my crew, and I'm trying to figure out if you one engaged in a point system, or and just black man to black man. It's hard to be a black man's boss without him feeling like he doing you a favor. And so how did you mitigate that? Or like with you being, I know you had older people on your team. How did you uh I don't even know, man. You are you
Did you
feeling
see?
where I'm
Did
coming
you
from?
did you did you see my episodes with my past employee? One of my past employees. Did you see those episodes?
I did.
So
And
he told you how I dealt with it. I play with their money.
yeah.
Now here's the thing. Listen, I'm keeping it a buck with you. Listen, you dealing with, I don't know. You probably dealing with some. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't know what type of people you dealing with, but when you get to doing that, you're gonna have to stand
Nigga.
on business.
No
No.
business.
What I'm saying is when you play with people's money, that's how you get them in order. But you gonna have to stand on that. So if it ain't in you, listen to me. If it's not in you, then don't do it. Because when you do it, they gotta know that they can't play with you. So they gotta shape up and ship out. You play with somebody's money, you gotta be prepared for what comes along with that.
Right.
So you're not really playing with their money, but that's a form of punishment. And when I say play with their money, not pay them, but give them some time off to think about it. So when they get out of line, you know what? Take tomorrow off.
Yeah.
No, they call you tomorrow for the next day. No, take that day off too, and keep doing it. Do it for about a week. See, when you dealing with your own people, especially in this industry, and I've talked about this, especially those episodes with Rob, and I've talked about it before. Listen, you got to rule with an iron fist. You're not gonna get respected. Our people, we the most hateful people. You know, we'll work for other ethnicities, but when we work for ourselves, we feel like, well, this person looks like me, so I should be in the same position. Bullshit. Because if you were supposed to be in the same position, you would be in my position. I wouldn't be me and you wouldn't be you. You'd be me and I'd still be me, but we wouldn't be here together because you'll be me somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand what you're dealing with. So you can't run that bit. See, Memphis is kind of like Chicago, but then again it's not, but then again it is. So you're going to have to stand on business. You can't run it like an HR manager would run HR at, Trader Joe's or some shit like that, or Whole Foods. You got to run it. You got to meet that energy with that same type of energy. It's unfortunate, but that's the only way you're going to get results. All right. And it's going to turn you into a person that you may not want to be. But if you want results, then that's what you got to do. I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. And this is something that you're going to have to dealing with your people, especially your people in this industry.
Yeah.
Because you're only going to get a certain type of people to do this type of work.
Yeah.
And the type of people you get to do this type of work, even, it was different then because you didn't have the a lot of opportunities like you do now, right? So now it's that person that now you got, they really, so you got to meet that energy. You're gonna have to stand on. Listen, get you an enforcer. Get you an enforcer that's going to enforce the law. He going to slap some people when some people need to get slapped. I'm serious. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm dead ass serious.
That's really what happened. My enforcer was the one who wrecked the truck, and my whole world was rocked because he switched up on me when I had to apply pressure to him, and I had to get him out the way. And I really been.
Now, when you say get him out the way, he's still with us, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful with the words. Get him out.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. Right. Now we can have okay. Yeah. Right. But so that situation is what really I said. I need to holler at my boy because I know he done been through some things. And I really was feeling like because of me allowing, I already knew he was a dangerous individual, but I feel like I allowed, a poison kind of to be around, and I felt like as long as he was useful to me,
you were too friendly with him.
Too friendly with him.
You were too friendly with him.
Never bite my hand.
You can't because people gonna turn on you.
Yeah.
Listen, let me explain something to you. People got to know the difference between they boss. They got to know the difference between there's no camaraderie there. I'm your boss. Mm-hmm. We may have some jokes here, friendly conversation there. May shoot the breeze here and there. Christmas party, we may have some laughs. You may see a different side of me. But the same way my employees can come up here and say, man, Mark is an asshole, that's how your people need to look at you. Mm-hmm. You need to be an asshole, man. That friendly shit, they're going to turn on you. The day when you got to stand on business, they ain't trying to hear that shit. But if you come in keeping it strictly business from the beginning, that's the only thing they know.
Mm-hmm.
Because they already plotting on you anyway. They plotting on
And
you already anyway.
yeah, yeah.
They gonna be
I'm gonna tell you
jealous of you.
where I blew it.
They gonna hate you. They gonna count your pockets. They not gonna like you. They gonna worry about everything that what they need to be worried about because that's just the nature of the people. You ain't
Yeah.
saying nothing different than what I went through. It's just you just don't know how to deal with them.
And as we speak, this man double texting me. I know he think I'm ignoring his call, and I know he going out the deep end. I'm big good.
But I mean, you need to answer them. I mean,
No. Yeah, I'm finna holler at him, but now this is a part of the punishment. This one of the guys that I had, to get on today, cause
Oh, so
he called me trying to have me pick him up, and
pick them
basically
up.
the man would. Listen, I'm telling you, this what I'm telling you. I'm Mark. These folks done lost. And I'm gonna tell you where I blew it, man. I hired some folks that was friends of the family, and so they feel as though they entitled, and it end up
Uh,
I had three. I'm listening.
how many trucks you got?
5,
How many people you got working for you?
10. Well, I mean, with some temps, but the 10 are the
And,
main ones roll out
and,
every day.
the, and these 10 are friends of the family,
Well, okay, yeah, friends of mine, friends of the family, friends of the friends of the family. So like
so
everybody came through somebody that we knew.
so you're not answering for this guy because this is his punishment?
Well, no, I'm not answering because I'm talking to you right now, and also he had a situation this morning where I know why he's calling me because they just got off, and he trying to apologize for what happened this morning. So I'm gonna call him back, but
What
he
happened
gonna
this
have to.
morning?
That's what I'm saying. So he called me to get a ride. He has a team member that lives exit away from him. I said, ask the team member. He didn't text me till this morning, around 4 this morning, to ask me to ask the team member. And I knew that he wasn't going to ask the team member, so I texted him back, I already did. Well, dude was already on the other side of the town because he was at old girl house. So I end up going to pick him up. So when I go pick him up, I call him about, I can't lie to you, Mark, about 15, 20 times. And I pull off, I head to the warehouse. So I get to the warehouse, I get a call from him, basically like nothing happened. And he like, where you at? I'm like, bro, I just was in front of your house. Like, do not call my phone like that, fam. Either get up here, blah, blah, blah. And basically it turned into a threat on whether he was gonna basically chalk up whether he was gonna stop working at all. And one of the things is I've already had to get rid of 3 of my long-term guys recently, because of things that I've been changing up, and they didn't want to get used to the new system. So this is like one of my last old guys, and I've already gone through the the brand new period of having new folks where my contractor, I feel like I can't afford any newbies. I need my veteran guys to get there on time, not give me damages. So I feel like I can't afford right now to get them out the way. But and I think that also he knows that. So that's the little game that we playing right now. And we having a meeting on Sunday where I'm like, okay, I would rather let him go and suffer whatever consequences of having a rookie out there on the truck than allow more disrespect in my crew.
Fire him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. Everything you telling me, I always say because I understand what you're going through because I went through it. Moving in final mile, you dealing with a specific type of people. And everything that you're saying now is shit that I always talk about. So what's gonna have to happen is, one, I would have never went to pick him up. You never show that you need somebody. Even if you would have had to get on the truck yourself, you don't never show no work, especially this type of mentality person that you need them. I'm not picking nobody up. Hop your ass on the bus. Catch your Uber. But he probably didn't have any money.
Facts.
So, not my problem. The moment you go, listen, I'll never forget it. I had an employee tell me it was my responsibility to make sure that he got to work. You supposed to give us bus cards. It's your responsibility to make sure we get to work. We doing all the work and we making you rich. That's what he told me. So you want me to source the work, provide you the opportunity, pay you, and ensure you get to work so you want me to pay for you to get to work so that I can pay you.
I swear. I literally am going through that.
No. So you know what I do? I said, all right, I'll call you. You don't show no flex. Because the moment you show flex, people gonna take advantage of you.
Facts.
You dealing with, you know what you dealing with. You know what you got into when you got into it. This is what comes with this. So either you're gonna deal with them or you're gonna go deal with Jose.
Right. And I'm trying to deal with my folks.
All right, but even if you deal with Jose, we can have those conversations too. That's only gonna last a certain amount of time. So
look, I had to go get me a Jibby and Yaya. I got me some Africans. I'm trying to clear shit.
But here's the thing: when you running this type of business, with that demographic that you talking about, you're gonna have to stand on business. Ain't no other way. You're gonna have to run it like death row. Excuse me. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to run it like death row. So the people who are good people that work really, really well, that cause you the least amount of problems, claims, and shit like that, you know, you incentivize them. You give them a reason to want to do right. But when they do wrong, you punish them. You punish them by giving them time off to think about it. You got to play chess. You already know these people can't go nowhere else. They need that job. You need to stand on their head. Don't let them stand on yours. Don't never let them think that you need them. The moment they realize that you need them, you lost. Send his ass home and you get your ass on the truck. And then the person that you on the truck with, when they talk, man, yeah, he was on the truck. So now they know what, man, I'll get out here and do it myself. I don't need you. See, you don't want to get on the truck no more.
Swear to God. I ain't want
and see, and see, that's the problem. See, I know. You not never finna tell me this, that, and the third about my business. All right, take your ass home. Anybody to tell you I came suited and booted every day, you would thought that I was on the truck. Every single day I came. I'm sitting in the office, full screens, monitor, leather sofa, everything. But I look like I'm supposed to be on the truck every day. Even with overflow. I always made sure I had overflow. Every single day I came look like I'm ready. They see this. You don't want to get on the truck. See, with me, yeah, act stupid if you want to. I don't need you. You need me. I'm providing you the opportunity. That's how you supposed to talk to him. I'm giving you the opportunity. You ain't giving me shit. I was already me before I met you.
Swear.
You saying swear, but you ain't showing it.
But
you ain't showing it.
I would have to live in that environment. I don't want to live in death row. I don't want to.
What you mean?
On the
What you mean live in that environment?
feel as though if I engage them in the way that where they are, then I will make myself a prisoner in my own business
Why you say
versus
that? How?
because I have engaged with them in a ruffian type thing, and I would rather weed them out. I really think that I can find a crew like you said. I know I understand the demographic that we dealing with, and it takes a certain type of person to keep showing up to this bruiser job every day. But man, I'm telling you, I've gone through iterations where we I'm at odds with my folks. They but I feel you, I hear you loud and clear, which is why I'm on the phone with you, because I know this is something that I got to do. I can't be buddy with these folks. I can't care about them.
No,
Not in
you
the
can
sense
care about them, but you're not you can't run that business like you running uh
of
uh
fact.
Whole Foods or where it's
Yeah,
friendly and it's eclectic and shit like that. You walk in, you got the weird people with the green hair and all that shit. Like that's a different type of demographic. You dealing with your people in this industry, and it's a certain type of your people. These are the people who the world is shut out. I talk about it all the time. I'm glad you're up here because now people can see, like, damn. So it's really like that?
a
Yeah, this is
hundred
what you deal
percent,
with.
a
So
hundred
so so
percent.
so you have to you have to run it like death row. Like, and if you not cut out for it, then maybe you should transition. Listen, if you gonna run a moving company and deal with the type of people, you gotta run it like death row. Like literally. You gotta have it, and if it gets to the point where it gets too overwhelming and it's taking you away from doing what you need to do, then you need to put an enforcer on your payroll, give him the title as fleet manager, like I did, and then let him deal with the bullshit. Let him deal with the bullshit so that you can focus on the money. Put him on the payroll, let him crack heads. But make sure that you get an enforcer that he's not gonna have to crack too many heads because he's there. Just the presence of that person being there is enough. So that way you can focus on running your business. And when people do get out of line, they know what they're gonna have to deal with.
Right.
So, and two, you need to get on the truck. You need to show people that, listen, this is my business. And I'm not too shy to get my ass on the truck. Listen, if you don't want to do the work, don't worry about it. It's going to get done regardless. You there? Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Take probably one more call. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Oh, there you go.
My bad, boss. I finally answer for him, but yeah.
Yeah, so you need to get on the truck, man. You feel like you got to show them that you'll get out on that truck. I don't know why. Have you ever done moving?
What? Yes, that's why I'm
So
not
why?
trying to get out on this truck.
But it's your business though. Listen, I wasn't on the truck from 2013 to 2020. The pandemic, I was forced to get back out because I just didn't have enough workers anymore.
Well, let me get my 7 in, Mark. I just got off the truck. That's what I'm
All
saying.
right, but we in different times now. Here's the thing. If 2015, 16, 14, 18, 19 would have called for me to get back out, I wouldn't have had no choice. Because at those years, I wasn't in the position that I was in 2020. 2020, when I was forced to do it because of something that no one knew was going to happen, a pandemic. If I would have known, if I had a crystal ball and knew that was going to come and everybody was going to get rich overnight with PPP and all this other shit, I would have been more prepared. I was already planning my exit for 2025 anyway. So it was already in the works. But when that happened, by the end of 2020, I said, listen, I'm going to do this to the end of 2022 and I'm done. But the point that I'm trying to make is after 7 years of not being in the field, I had to get back out in the field. The Mark you see today, I didn't look like this. I was about 20, 25 pounds heavier. I had a 2009, 2010 Gucci Man belly. I wasn't six-pack Mark. I had a 09 Gucci Man belly. I was the guy that it didn't matter how I looked. But I had to get back out there. Why? Because I wasn't at the point yet where I could just say to hell with it. So for 2020, 2021, and 2022, for those 3 years, I had to get back out on the truck with a crew. It's your business. You're not too good to get on your own. You're too good to get on your own truck.
See, and I'm not gonna go.
How old are you? How old are you? How old are you?
Look, I knew you. You already went on 28-year-olds.
How old are you?
I'm 30. I'm 30.
So you telling me a 40-year-old man in 2020, I was 40. So 40, 41, and 42. I can hump. I can hump and you can't?
This is what I'm gonna say, Mark, and I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying that I am adopting the philosophy of working on my business and not in it. And I feel like as a personal token, it would be a badge of failure for me if I were to get back on the truck right now. Let me do 5, Mark.
You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. Why you giving me a see? I'm like, well, maybe I ain't gonna have to hold him accountable. You giving me a reason to hold you accountable. What do you mean? You ain't earned it. Let me explain something to you. You don't need nothing. You don't need nothing. The universe ain't giving you it. It didn't give it to you the way it gave it to me. If you got to get back on your truck to run your business, then that's what you got to do. What you mean? You need 5. You work smart. Man, it's your business. The smart thing to be to get your ass on the truck and go get that money. You gonna let some knucklehead who ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of dictate to you. You gonna kiss his ass because you don't want to get your ass on your truck. Fuck, dude. Fuck you, dude. I don't want to hear shit you got to say, nigga. You going to take it my way or the highway. If you don't like it my way, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to go put my shirt on. I'm going to go put my khakis on. I'm going to put my steel toe boots on, and I'm going to go get this money.
I hear you loud and clear.
You think I'm finna let somebody dictate to me how I run my business because he feel like I need him because he know I'm too, I don't know, you too lazy, too pretty, whatever the situation is, don't want to get on the trucks. So here's the thing. They know that. They know that to the point where they got the gall. Listen, ain't nobody finna never ask me to come pick them up because they already know the answer. You're not getting your funky ass in my ride. You crazy? The gall of him to even ask you that lets me know what he thinks of you. He don't respect you. They not gonna go listen. They not gonna listen. They not gonna go ask the store manager at Whole Foods if they working at Amazon. They ain't gonna ask Jeff. They not gonna ask Bill. They ain't gonna ask Warren if they working down at the Trader Joe's. They not if the bagger ain't finna ask the HR manager. Man, listen, dude, I don't fuck with you like that. You a worker. Don't get this shit misconstrued. I pay you, set you an Uber budget, get you a bus pass, and get to work. I've done my job. I've paid you. I've provided you work, and I've paid you. You need to find your way to work. Don't ask me to get you to work, so I'm supposed to pick you up too? Fuck you think this is? This is how you supposed to talk to them.
Yeah.
You don't want to work. Man, get off my phone, man. Get out, because man, listen, ain't nobody finna dictate to me.
Mark. I ain't giving you the full story, but I'm gonna let you cook.
No. Give me the full story, because I might get a chance to turn the pot up even higher. Give
Well,
me the full
the
story.
situation is more nuanced than, and I notice your channel, and I feel like everything that you're saying is valid and can fit somebody else's story more. So I don't want to invalidate it by
Before you
supplying.
tell me, just answer this one question.
Hmm.
You got a prosthetic leg or arm?
Absolutely not.
You got a heart condition?
Now you know for sure. Well, you don't know. I'm not scared of work. It is
Okay, go on. You can
human.
answer your question. No, go ahead. You can talk now. I just want to know.
Right. So I'm willing and able, and I did years on the truck. And so I've also gone times where I said that I wasn't going to get back on the truck, and I got back on the truck. At this time, in this 2-year mark, I've never had a more successful run than now. And that's after I decided no matter what, I'm about to focus on working on my business and not hop in it. Whether that means that I suffer more, then I will suffer in the short term because I don't want to be there again. So I will make sure that I do what I need to do in the future so that I don't have to get back on the truck. Today, I had 2 helpers ready to take his spot. But because of the apologies that he continued, I didn't go on that part because I didn't feel it was important. But because of the callback and the apologies that he extended, I've oftentimes had workers come back more helpful, more dedicated, more loyal after they recognize their wrongs. Not only that, I needed this specific skilled worker to come do this job today, to come help finish this week out strong, because we had a difficult start to the week. So in my purview, it wasn't about him. I didn't care whether he respected me or not. You finna come do this job, and you finna help me get all green beans so that we can finish this day well. And I'ma holler at you with how I feel tomorrow. I chose to take emotions out of it. If I was emotional, then I would have fired him and then accepted somebody that was less skilled than him, or hopped on the truck myself, where I feel like it was a personal thing for me where to not hop on the truck. So that's just a little bit more on my reasoning behind it. Not to say that I wasn't prepared to not have him on the truck, or that I don't have the capabilities or the wherewithal to get on the truck and complete the job myself.
You a good talker. What you come from you got educated parents, the school teacher parents or something? Or you went to, what you mean? One of your
I
parents
come
are educated.
a family of speakers, a family of talkers. My
Okay.
daddy was on the
Yeah. See.
radio. Mama was a
Yeah.
teacher.
See. Because my mother's a teacher, retired teacher. So I knew one of your parents was a teacher. You know what I'm saying? You can't fool me. All that vernacular and shit, that sound good, but you gotta understand, my OG was a teacher too. I can talk that shit, and then I can be ghetto too. That's what makes me dangerous. I'm the best of both worlds. So it sounds good, but it don't fool me. So I'm gonna go back to what I talked about. All that sounds in my purview and all that was good. I like that. But at the end of the day, let me tell you something. You allow him to come to work. You were willing to go above and beyond to make sure he got to work so that job got done, and so that you wouldn't have to get on the truck and go do it yourself because you lacked the resources, which would be the people. And the only other alternative would have been for you to get on there. And you didn't want to do that. But
That was the case this morning. That was not the case. That's why I said I did have helpers in place. They were less skilled than him.
so how did
So
he end up getting there? How did he end up getting there?
he found a way, because a part of the conversation over why I was snapping on him, he got in his feelings and was like, bruh, you want to fire me, and you had other people come in late this week and you ain't want to fire them. So
He told you that?
this is what he said to me.
See what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. That's why I didn't give pushback. But I do agree that there's a degree of disrespect or a misunderstanding on authority. But that's why I asked: is there a point system that you implemented, or but you done let me know you
So do this. No, I had that. So you're gonna get a contract system, and for what, tardiness? What are you talking about?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could do a point system for tardiness. I mean, you ain't really. I'm gonna
But
keep it funky with you. Listen to me.
hold on before
That's
you cook. Hold on, one thing, because I feel like I don't have a separation between uh we talking to we snapping on each other in the parking lot versus you fired. There's no in between. Like, man, I'm gonna get on you a couple times once I realize, man, I don't have any faith in you. You fired. And I feel like at this point of a revolving door, and you know the turnover can be high. I'm like, maybe it's something that I'm not doing, and so I'm really trying to take my time. And I have endured more disrespect than I ever have, but I feel
hit
like
that
I need
like
to
button. Go ahead. Hit
recognize
that like
what.
button. You shouldn't be tolerating no disrespect. You paying people. You should be celebrated.
Yeah.
You should be celebrated, not tolerated. You should be celebrated. People tolerating you, and then when they feel like it's a convenient to disrespect you, they'll do that. You should be celebrated. All right? And you got to look at yourself like that too. It's your business. You telling me a bunch of bullshit that I really don't care to hear. It's your business. I don't care about none of that shit you talking about, because none of it matter, because at the end of the day, it's your business. If you don't care for your business, nobody else is. So that means you tell me you're willing to let a truck not go out or money not be made because you feel like you don't need to get back on the truck for whatever reason. Man, get out of here with that. Listen, ain't nobody finna talk crazy to me. You can take your ass home. I will get on the truck and do this myself. No problem, because it's going to get done regardless. Matter of fact, if I get on the truck and go do it, that means we make more money, because now I don't have to pay you.
Right.
See, here's the thing, guy. We can look at it two ways. Whether you're on the truck or not, see, this is how you got to talk to him. Whether you're on the truck, you got to look at it like this. Whether you're on the truck or not, I'm still going to get paid. And when you're not on a truck, if I go do it, I'm gonna get paid even more. You're gonna go home and your pockets are gonna be empty. You didn't even have a way to get here this morning.
Yeah.
You had to find a way here. You have to put this into perspective for people. This is the type of people that you're dealing with. So this problem is not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna be there. The morale is already down. The truck talk is already going on. Any new person that you bring into the fold is going to get corrupted from the people that are already there once they get on the truck with them. We call it truck talk.
You ain't lying, man.
You go hire somebody, they're going to be fresh, clean cut. They're going to be bright spirited. But as soon as you send them out after a week on the truck with them, it's over with. Man, fuck dude, man. I'll beat his ass. Man. He better run that motherfucking bread, man. Shit, fuck, got us out here on this shit, man. Heavy ass shit, man. Fuck this shit, man. I'm finna quit, man. I get back to the yard, man. I'm finna rob that motherfucker, man. Bitch ass nigga. We lost you, man. I guess that's your employee study calling. We're going to take one more. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. I'll drop it in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. It was like 109 people in here, only 60-something likes. Let's get those likes up, please. I don't ask for much, please. Somebody said hire the migrants, man. I wouldn't hire them. Not hiring no migrants. I know I was talking like that, but I changed my mind on that. No, don't hire them. We gotta get them out of here. We don't need to give them no opportunities. All right, anybody else want to come up? True Boss gonna make sure the Empire gonna eat regardless. Man, I need to get on that truck and show them guys that the work gonna get done regardless. Exactly. All right, take advantage of the migrant problem. Yeah, I got a different perspective on the migrant situation. I don't want to give them any opportunities. Let them starve. No, we don't. No opportunities. Illegal. No, we can't give them work. It's people here that need to work. We got American homeless people that's getting jumped over. No, 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 no. We gotta take care. We gotta take care of home first. Yeah, we gotta take care of home first. So no, don't give migrants any opportunities. Especially after that shit I saw yesterday, how they jumped that New York City police officer, and then no. We gotta get them out of here. We gotta get them out of here. Don't give them no opportunities. All right, anybody else coming up? Man, we had two people just in the car, man. Man, it's looking rough out here, man. You know, I listen. For all you 20-something-year-old Generation Z people, let me explain something to you before we get out of here. This is going to be my outro unless somebody else call up. Let me explain something to y'all because I was watching a podcast earlier it was a trucker stream, and this trucker cussed out a Generation Z trucker, cussed his ass completely out, and I said, man, they think I'm mean. This dude cussed them all, called them all type of bitch ass motherfuckers. Called him, man, I might review it. Talked about this man like a dog. I'm nice. But y'all Generation Z, y'all gotta step it up, man. Check it out. Y'all gotta step it up.
Yo, I'm only back on here because my worker did call me. But
I know that was your
quickly
worker.
go on there and I see Axel hating ass. What's up with bro, dude?
Oh, what happened?
Axel on there hating, talking about he got 4 trucks, but in the pink room. Yes, I painted my daughter's room pink, fam. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, don't ignore him, man. Ignore him, man.
Right.
He
right.
a troll, man. Unless he took some money from you or disrespected somebody in your family, ignore that shit. I got people mess with me. I don't care. I ignore it. I only respond to people that my money and my loved ones. That's it. If it ain't involving none of that shit, man, you gotta ignore that shit. Ignore Axel. Listen, fam, I'm keeping it a buck with you.
Keep it a buck.
Work. Listen, if your people see that you're not willing to work, man, they're gonna treat you like that. You need to show them that you're willing to do whatever you need to do. You don't need them. They need you. It's your business, man. You can either keep it building or you can let it crumble. So you're as the owner of the business, it's your job to meet the needs of the business. Wherever the business needs you at, that's where you have to be. So if you have to let somebody go or send somebody home and the only alternative would be for you to go fulfill that route, then that's what you got to do. Trust me, 2020, 2021, 2022 was dreadful for me. After not being on a truck, how do you think I felt when the pandemic hit, everything got shut down for 2 weeks, our industry was declared essential, and nobody came back to work? I only had 2 crews, enough to run 2 trucks. How do you think I felt March of 2020? I felt bad. I had to get back on the truck, not knowing what the fuck this was we were in. At that point, I'm putting you in the mind frame of March of 2020. Back on the truck, April of 2020, not knowing what the hell is going on. Streets are empty. The only thing you see on the streets is rideshare drivers, the food delivery, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and trucks. It was dead. All right. By the end of 2020, I said, listen, they saying this could be 3 to 5 years. I'm going to tell you one thing. End of 2020, 22, I'm done. I'm going to work, finish out 2020, 2021, 2022, end of 2022, I'm done. When the prices started to go up, that was even better. The point I'm trying to make is I got back out there and then I had to recreate a new plan, not knowing what the hell we were in. But I didn't say, yo, well, this is a pandemic and I'm only gonna run one truck. I got a crew to run one truck, and I got a half of a crew, 2 guys, but no driver. So now I gotta go drive this truck. 2 trucks is better than one. Yeah, it was rough at first, but I did what I had to do. Why? Because it's my business. It's your business. You gotta do what you gotta do. Now, I tell you one thing, the morale is always gonna be better when your people, your troops, see that you're willing to go out and do the work. And you work alongside the troops. They hate it, but it's a good morale boost. They hate it because now they can't do the bullshit that they do when you're not there. You got to stand on business. This is what you signed up for, and it's not gonna get any better as time goes on. You only 30, so you still got a bunch of time. And these guys are younger than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, even worse. You need to find some older guys.
I'm trying. Yeah.
So yeah, man, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. No, not getting on the truck is not an option. If the business requires you to get on the truck, then that's what you gotta do.
I got you.
So and as far as these guys is concerned, get them time off. When they mess up, take them off the schedule. Take them off the schedule. If you know that, and I understand what you're going through, help is hard to find in this industry. So take them off the schedule. Don't fire them, take them off the schedule. But when you take that person off the schedule, you got to replace them with somebody. And it should be you. So now they know, don't play with me. Because you'll be sitting your black ass at the crib and not making no money. Don't answer the phone for them. Or answer the phone for them and be like, yeah, call me tomorrow. Do that shit for 7 days. And then when they be like, man, how many days you gonna tell me to call you, man? You playing with me. And then that's when you be like, yeah, I am playing with you. And then you tell them what you think. Tell them your thoughts. And then when they come back, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen next. Because every gangster is not a gangster until you play with their money. You're gonna get that call about 10:30, 11 at night when they really, really flat on their ass, right? And the gangster is gonna be crying. Like I've had killers call me 10, 11 o'clock at night, shedding tears. More, man, man. You always well looked out for me, man. You gave me an opportunity when nobody else gave me an opportunity, man. Man, you know my baby mama calling me, my daughter, man. I need this money. Yeah. That's when you know you got them. Give them a few days, about a week. They're going to call you crying. Grown man crying. You got the power. Why? Because you control the money. He who controls the money has the power.
It's a hot cocoa. Thank you. It's a little hot to me.
Yeah. Make them cry. Now, if you ain't got it in you, then I don't know what to tell you. But that's what you need to do. You looking like how the last dude was looking. I don't know. I'm giving you the blank stare tonight.
Man, don't box me in, Mark. I'm trying to let you talk, because if we go back and forth, then ain't nobody gonna hear nothing. I'm hearing you loud and clear, boss. Don't box me in with other dudes. Trust me, I'm not that breed. I got you. And I'll call you back and let you know I ain't got where I have gotten off of not being able to put my foot down. So I'm hearing you and I'm letting you cook. and I also don't care to prove to you that I got what it takes. But I respect it.
I
I
didn't say you
appreciate
didn't
it.
have a
I also
text.
wanted to let you know that I'm not other dude, and I know you feel a
I
certain
know.
way about your generation. I'm really
No,
about it.
no, no. I feel this way because I'm gonna hold that thought. I'm not saying you that. I'm just saying if you got 4 or 5 trucks, then you clearly know something. If you don't know nothing, then you got some capital to go do it. Either way, you know something. But here's what I'm telling you. If you want to have continued success, you can't be scared to do whatever is required of you because it's your responsibility to meet the needs of the business. Period.
I
And
agree, and
I'm gonna leave it at that.
I
Cause you got
look.
all the answers. You know better than me.
No, I don't. That's why I didn't want to do. All right, Mark, I got you, man.
You got the answers.
No, I'm here. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
You ain't got the answers. All right. So you want a point system? A point system ain't gonna work for this type of demographic. You need them, but then you don't need them. So you got to play with their money, man.
I got you.
All right.
Appreciate it, boss.
Keep
For real.
keep me up to date, man. I want to know how that go. I want to know
Nah,
the first person
checking in.
you give them a
Always
week
checking in.
off, huh?
I say I'm gonna be checking in with you for sure. I'm gonna update you. I'm always checking in.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, boss.
All right, later. Yo, you on the air? You gotta unmute yourself. Whoever C is, you gotta unmute yourself.
Oh, yo, what's going on?
What up? We can't see you.
Oh, shit.
All right. Well, you can call back. So look, check it out. If he calls back, he calls back. I'm gonna give you my outro monologue. Listen, because I was watching something earlier today on a trucking channel where a 28-year-old was bragging about living at the crib. He's a trucker. He makes a lot of money, but he went out and bought a Corvette and a Mustang, and he was kind of like shitting on the older people, but he lives in the crib, so he's just not in a position where he knows what it's like to be out in the world and live on his own. So that's just another example of a person from the younger generation just not having a clue of what's really going on out here. Listen, I understand y'all in a generation and in a time where, this whole be your own boss culture is being promoted and everybody want to be their own boss. But check this out. It's one thing that y'all missing, and that's the work. You got to work. You have to work. You got to. I don't really see people making it far in this industry without doing the work. I don't understand why y'all don't want to do the work. I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. I do not get it. It puzzles me. It perplexes my mind. I don't understand why y'all don't want to work. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If you don't work, you're going to be replaced. Things are going to continue to go on with you or without you. Listen, I started business. I build a business. It's my job to make sure my business stays afloat. Wherever my business needs me is where I go. I meet the needs of the business. Period. Whatever. My number one goal is to prevent that business from failing. So wherever I need to be, then that's where I need to be. I'm going to continue to talk to y'all, young people, and help y'all, give y'all the guidance, but y'all got to change y'all mind frame. And I think this is ultimately where the problem comes in at with the younger generation, and why we don't see them excelling. It's like they got the resources to get in and get started, but you don't see that acceleration. Or you will see a person like the young man we just saw who has a few trucks, but that dog, you got to have that dog. So, all right, so C, I guess C, whoever that C was, if you want to call back, I'm gonna give you a minute. If not, then all right, man, what's going on in the chat? Hey, Axel, you gotta chill out, man. You gotta chill out, man. Listen, 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 listen. Chill out. Only one person can hold people accountable, and that's me. All right. I don't think these younger people are soft. I think they're just, they don't have that tough exterior as far as the previous generations, but not soft the way you're making it. They just don't understand the concept of hard work because they haven't had to do it. See, it's a difference when you're a boomer or you're an X or an early millennial where you were born into a generation, a blue collar generation. You were born into a less technology advanced generation. You know, I asked a guy earlier what a Xerox, he didn't even know what a Xerox machine was. Technology has crippled this newer generation. It's made them lazy, it's crippled them, and it's going to continue to cripple them. This is the issue I have since he mentioned it. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. And I'm going to leave you to ponder on this until the next call-in show next week. For Generation Z people who don't want to do work, don't start a business that's a labor business. If you don't want to do work, don't start a labor business. Don't start trucking. Don't start welding. Don't start construction. Don't start sheet metal. Don't start something that's labor intensive, that requires labor. Start something that's less labor intensive. If I was a person, I was starting a business, I knew I didn't want to do physical work, I wouldn't start a physical labor business. The last thing you're going to see me start a business and not be able to perform in the actual business that I started. I'm not going to open a chicken shack and I can't get my ass back in that kitchen if my cook don't show up to work and put that apron on and know how to batter up that chicken and dump it in that grease and know right when I'm supposed to pull it out that grease at that right golden brown and be able to know when it's done and be able to cook the shit. If I don't know how to cook chicken, I shouldn't be opening a chicken restaurant. Period. It's nothing wrong with not working. But start a business that's going to require you not to work. Whoever Ty was, you called and then you hung up. Start a business that's going to require you not to work. And this goes to everybody. Because I've been seeing this shit throughout the day, all this week. You're going to be replaced, man. Either by people or by machine. You're going to be replaced. Facts. It's a reason why they letting them over here. They're going to do what you don't want to do. And the shit that they don't have to do, a machine is going to do it. They just built the first fully AI ran restaurant. Flippy. Doesn't require anybody in the restaurant. Whatever I got to do, if I start a business, a cargo van business, and I start with 5 vans, and a person doesn't show up to work, and I don't have another resource or a body to put into that van, that one van where I'm short, am I going to let that van sit and not make money that day? No, I'm going to go get my black ass in that van. I'm going to go get that money. I'm going to go get that money. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get that money. I ain't too good. I ain't too good. So, all right. So people calling in, but they hanging up. So it is what it is. I think it was a good live tonight. To the people that's been calling and hanging up, maybe y'all can try again next week. You know, call in. Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out. Until next time, I'm out. This guy keeps calling in but hanging up.